Hello! Welcome to the Blockchain Podcast. I'm Velectric, the man, as well with my co-host.
Hello again! We had to do this intro twice.
Tyc-Loud. I mean, just, yeah, a little behind the scenes, you know. Not always perfect the first time, not as funny as we'd like to be. With a very special guest and good friend of ours. Your name?
Say
name.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm Ghosty.
Yeah. What's your at?
It's nice to meet you. It's
What's
Ghost
your-
Clementine.
At Ghost Clementine. Yes. So yeah, you're an artist, correct?
yes, everything's in order now.
Ghosty,
Yes?
I'm asking you a question. You're an artist, right? You draw stuff.
Yeah, I am.
How many followers you got?
The last time I checked, 6,849.
Damn, it's pretty good.
That's just something.
It's just a number, you know, that qualifies for the hashtag Nobody Artist Club.
I haven't done
Remember
that
that was
yet,
going-
actually.
Yeah, is it still a thing?
Yeah,
Funny.
it's still a thing.
Still trending.
Plenty of memes. I remember some guy posted something, and I don't remember who it was, but it was definitely like a guy with like 75k followers, and he made a comic about how he's sad that he can't, like, he got hate for using the hashtag Nobody Artist Club, and it's like like the dude has like double-digit K followers and is a Twitter artist, and made a little comic about how people were like, you can't be, you're not a nobody like us, you have too many followers. And he drew himself really sad. But
Real sad boy hours.
that was really funny though, with the whole hashtag Nobody Artist thing, because all like the big artists were using it anyways. Because like, even though it was meant for like smaller things, so then separate hashtags had to be made, like 10k artist club, 1k artist club, 5k artist club, and it was
Under
just this whole
500.
thing. Yeah, it was this whole
It's
thing.
something.
Because, you know, whenever stuff like that goes on, it's like, oh, we're trying to give exposure to the little guys. The big accounts are going to use it, and, you know, the first things you see anyways. And there was also people who were like, well, you know, just search by latest. You know, search by latest, dude. What's wrong with you? Just like,
That's
bro,
too much work.
who the hell searches a trend by latest, bruv?
No one.
Absolutely no one. It's a scientific fact. They should just remove it entirely. Do you remember that going down, Ghosty?
To be honest, no. I haven't really been
Huh?
active on Twitter lately.
Honestly, kind of same. I've been playing a lot of Witcher 3 because I bought the game and like all the DLC for like $20 during a huge sale on Steam like a month or two back.
Ooh.
Never touched the game until like 2 days ago, and I've already have like 20 hours in it.
Dude, you're speed running.
No, I've just been playing it so much. It's a fun game. Witcher 3, play it. I was like, oh, this game is like universally praised and has, you know, full scores all across the board. Is it really that good? And like, yeah, it is. In my humble opinion. You play games, Ghosty? You play games?
A little bit.
Like what?
Mostly like Silent Hill or like RPGs, like indie kind of deal.
You a horror game type of person?
Yeah.
Like, everybody PT?
Actually, I never got the game. I mostly it's like the classics I've been playing.
Like what?
Like The Room or Silent Hill 2.
Oh, cool. Ugh. Yeah, you said mention RPGs too. Like, what kind of RPGs? Like, Telltale or JRPG?
Something more like off, or I'm gonna like butcher this up. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine.
But it's mostly like something you can easily like download off the bat.
Okay. I was thinking more like, yeah, game titles, but we got some viewer questions. At demon_noodle, good friend, gotta get around sometime. What kind of music do you guys like?
Ooh.
This is a hard one.
I'm more of an open book
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Oh, you're one of those people who it's like, what's your favorite kind of music? It's like, well, I like a little bit of everything. I like all music, really.
A little bit of
I
everything.
don't pick.
Yes.
I don't choose. I don't pick. I like it all. Try and get everything. The thing is, though, when you answer that question with that, no one respects you. You can't say that. Anything like stand out?
Motherfucker. Hang on.
I guess it'd be like sometimes it'd be a bit shocking to people when I ever like playing music by myself. At first, I was thinking like, oh, it's gonna be something like jazzy or some kind of deal, and really, it's like I don't know, like heavy metal or something like that.
Okay.
It's blasting
Cool.
through my neighborhood.
Like it
Amen
loud.
to that.
Yeah, it's really loud.
What about you, Tyc? What kind of music you fond of?
A bit of industrial pop, like I believe I shared in the Discord, like
Oh, yeah.
Aesthetic Perfection, V&V
Industrial's
Nation. Yeah, also a bit of like I've been listening to Stained, which is like a new metal.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
got some metal fans in here. I like a lot of music as well, but if I had to choose like a favorite, things that come to mind is like indie pop, indie rock. I like sort of like the indie scene. I like a lot. That feel to it. I don't know.
I also listen to music that's like the best way I could describe it is like AMV music,
Yeah.
because a lot of it
yeah,
was
I get it. Yeah.
like I sometimes listen to 3 Days Grace. I still love the album 1X. It's a classic. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a 2000s boy, and that can never change.
I feel like I've gotten more into rap recently. I just like parody music as well. Parody rap is fun. Like Matt Watson, or Pink Eye, Pink Season, that album.
That's an
Definitely
absolute
fun,
timeless classic.
but honestly.
The song "I Will Get a Vasectomy" will forever be timeless.
That's such a good one. I like some, like the first ones that come to mind are maybe bands like Half Alive or his name. I don't remember. I like Jack Stauber a lot. You guys listen to Jack Stauber at all?
No,
Yeah, I do listen to some
Definitely.
of the music.
Oh, wait, I think I'd call it indie pop. I don't know. Maybe not indie pop. I don't know my
Maybe
genres really.
experimental kind of deal.
Experimental. But I do love the sort of weird experimental stuff as well. I mean, Jack Stauber, not to be like hipsterish, like, oh, Jack Stauber's mainstream, but I like my fair share of underground things.
Brain.
Like
When I
200
was a bit younger, I was super into like underground hip hop kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be like I'm gonna butcher this up. FF Doom. If that makes sense, or Doctor
Okay.
Doom, that kind of deal.
Dr. Doom. It reminds me of Dr. Steel, which is like industrial metal, something that I like a lot. Suppose you guys haven't heard of him before. He stopped doing music. He made like 3 albums across like 3 years or something, and then disappeared off the face of the earth until recently, where he's kind of started up a different project. But yeah, music's really cool. I hope to make more music one day.
I made some music back then when I was younger, but it's more like trying to test out the waters.
Mm-hmm. I get that. I have no idea like how to really make music. Like I'm musically inclined. I know what rhythm is, and I can make a beat. But like the actual act of putting that together and making
It's
it.
a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So is many things. I think it'd be really fun though to make a like again parody song album a la Pink Season or something. Maybe not as offensive. But definitely still a bit brash, because that sort of stuff was fun. Probably be something stupid, like relating to Twitter artists. Like, that art Demon made of the Purple Season. That
Looks like Vaporwave kind of deal.
No. It's a parody of Pink Season. I love it so much.
Oh, I see.
And it'd be so fun. Purple Season, and man, I want to make stuff, you know? Music is on that list, but it's one of the less feasible things, you know, because it's so much harder to do, and I have, like, no experience whatsoever with that.
Well, it's never too late to try.
No, I mean, like, I'm not saying I can't do it, but I'm just saying
Theoretically, you can do it.
Yeah. Of all things to do right now, I have other projects to probably pursue. Got another viewer question at Mr_Carl_Carlson. Would you fuck a skeleton? Genuine question. Well, would you?
I'm not like those time.
Let's consider that this is not like a corpse skeleton that's just kind of in pieces on the ground. It is a sentient.
So are you saying like some random ass femur on the ground, like yes, that's a dildo?
That's probably what Carl will be into. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Let's say for the parameters of this hypothetical, this skeleton is of your preferred gender and possesses
How can you tell
sentience.
between the gender of the skeleton?
It just is, you know. It
can
just
just-
is. The female ones have
yes.
eyelashes.
I guess have big hips and shit.
Probably, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter when it comes to skeletons, but again, for this hypothetical, they're sentient and willing to consent, and not like creepy undead. Just like, you know,
Creepy on that. Okay.
it's like fictional whatevers. But answer the goddamn question.
So like Sans Undertale. Okay, got it.
Pretty much. Nah, sorry, Carl. Gotta say I wouldn't. There's not much mass to work with. I need friction. I require something to grab. You know, a hefty chunk of something.
Or grab the ass bone. That's much easier than like.
There's nothing there. Like,
there's the vagina bone and there's the ass bone. Which
No,
one
this
do you
doesn't
pick?
that would hurt. Cause I need a bit of meat on my bones. At least enough meat to be considered not a skeleton.
I'm sorry, an audio fuck up on my end. Give me a second.
Actually, now think about it. Is you like having sex with a skeleton and you're just going at it?
Hold on. Dyke's finishing something. We'll just cut this.
All right, we can resume.
Alright. Uncut.
Okay.
Yeah, go see. I was saying. Had to cut there.
Okay. It's okay. So if you ever think about like what's the question? To be fucking a skeleton.
Yes.
Would
you fuck a
it
skeleton?
like be really worse if like the bones keep popping off? It's like, God fucking damn it, push that shit in.
No,
was
if it's, a
using
Trying to do
senti-
something.
if it's a fantasy sentient one, like the bones are held together by magic.
Imagine
Yeah, you can't
some
pop the
Sans
bones off so
Undertale
easily.
like roleplay.
No, the bones just don't fall. They keep them there. How how rough are you
having
being?
skeleton sex roleplay live on the
and-
VC.
No, we aren't. Answer the question, yes or no.
Nah.
No.
Answer nah. Yeah, I can't.
I'm
Sorry,
not a
Carl.
cracker.
Sorry, Carl.
Your fetish is a weird one. Not gonna lie.
I mean, there are some more holes, but I don't want to use them.
Oh my god.
I don't know if Carl's kind of skeleton fetish that is so apparent is a blessing or a curse, because, like, curse it in the way that he's probably never going to get the opportunity to act upon it
fucking a skeleton?
IRL. Yeah, but good in the way that
What do you mean good
all-
is concerning?
no, good in the way that all women with bone, like with flesh.
All women
don't
have
concern him.
bones?
No, all women with flesh. They're beyond
yes.
him. He requires them not.
Except for the ones who don't have flesh.
If he ever like does have like a legitimate girlfriend or something, or boyfriend, I don't know his orientation, but he can say he loves them like on the inside, but he doesn't mean them as a person. He means their skeleton.
Oh my god.
Well,
He only gets in a relationship just for the skeleton inside the human.
what would happen if, say, they had an amputation?
I don't know. That's a lot less bone to work with for him. If Carl had X-ray vision like goggles, he wouldn't use them to see through clothes and be naughty. He'd use it to see through flesh, just to see the bones, just the skeletons of everyone.
Are they missing any?
That's the requirements for being Carl's significant other. You have to have all your bones.
Ah, yes.
Okay, next question.
At Atramina_art, Andrea. Opinion on Ben Shapiro.
Who is that?
So, let's say, hypothetically, you've been a bad girl. You've been a naughty girl, even. And let's say, hypothetically,
Why?
I'm your daddy.
What the
I love that
fuck?
video
Why
so much.
Why is this a question?
I remember Ben Shapiro. He's not much of a meme anymore, but he was quite the funny one a couple months back. Yeah, he hasn't really been stirring up much, has he? Has been making the rounds.
I
Haven't heard
don't
from him.
know who this is. You guys
Ben
are
Shapiro.
talking about.
Man, I had a friend in high school who looked like a high school version, like almost exactly like him, and we made fun of him so much.
Why?
Because it was funny. Well, he was a friend. It wasn't like in a bad way, but
Do you ever buy
he
him a
looks like a
suit?
young Ben Shapiro.
Do you ever buy him
I
a
don't
suit
know.
and tell him,
I think he had a suit.
debate right now, on the spot?
But yeah, go see this guy. And remember this guy
Hmm?
in the chat?
Podcast
I
chat.
am looking. No idea who that is.
Nope. Oh, great. So someone's not an epic memer.
Look, didn't he become like a meme 2 years ago?
It was a meme for a while, but he just kind of hasn't done anything, to my knowledge, recently. So, yeah.
I haven't heard anything about Ben Shapiro like after the fact that he did meme review.
Oh, he did. I forgot about that. That was like the that killed him. That was the last thing that he was milked
He's dead?
dry after that. No, I'm saying
Oh,
The
His memes-
running joke in PewDiePie's meme reviews that every meme he reviews dies afterwards.
yeah, Ben Shapiro.
yeah.
After he featured on PewDiePie's channel, no one heard of him again. He's just gone.
And that's why Elon Musk has been radio silent for the last year.
My
That
God,
reminds
PewDiePie
me.
killed him.
God damn it! Hang on. More audio issues.
Hey, we're back. No, I wanted to mention that we're talking about Elon Musk and everything. That reminded me, there was a thing that happened recently where like the verified accounts were locked and like hacked and stuff.
Yeah, I
Like-
heard about that. What's that going
Like Elon Musk, Barack Obama, fucking Bill Gates, all their accounts posted like the same thing. Mr. Beast too, where it was like
Forbidden
oh, shit.
Obama.
send 10,000 bitcoins my way and I'll send back double. You know, it was a scam, of course, and like send it to this address, and it was like people actually sent money. It was only up for like an hour, but people like they amassed to like $100,000. The scammers did just
You know, that
from
reminded
damn.
me.
that.
This one dude, I guess he's very like a middle-aged kind of deal. This dude was like on the comments underneath, like Kim Kardashian was like, "Hey, I got the money. Are you okay?" And everyone's like, "What the fuck? What do you mean okay?" I guess this dude got a message from the scammer saying like, "Oh, I'm Khloe Kardashian. Please, I'm being abused by Kanye."
No, not
I was
Mr.
like, oh.
President.
Damn, the finger ass guy. He's doing it again.
Well, goddamn.
Is Kanye still
This-
running?
No, he dropped. I remember seeing something where he dropped it. He was like, "Nah, this is getting too real," and then he popped out. It was a publicity stunt, anyways. Like we all knew he wasn't actually gonna run.
Dude, I want to live in the alternate universe where Kanye's still running and won. I want to live in that timeline.
I mean, he ran though. He did run.
He took the money and ran.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. It's probably really expensive to run as a candidate for presidency. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'd do it. As Canadian, oh yeah, I'm the only American here. You're both Canadians.
Yep.
I feel so oppressed right now. I'm also the only white person. I can't believe it.
You're the minority.
I feel so like this is what it feels like to be oppressed. I can't believe
The lonely cracker. Go protect me.
Well, we also have a dictator over us.
Lone gringo. Yeah.
People are calling Justin Trudeau a dictator.
I mean,
It's kind of true once you think about it.
I'm the only person in this VC that could possibly become president of the United States of America. Because you guys were born not in America. I am president of the Blockchain Podcast fan
We're going to
club.
say a slur now. We're going to do a black thing.
You know, like all the presidents did.
Hey, white boy, say a slur. Go on, do it.
Go, white boy, go!
Dance white boy.
It's
That
like a
reminds
speed
me.
run.
I did have a dance white boy dancing moment in real life once. I was
What?
basically in middle school. I was a little awkward kind of kid, you know. So I was picked on a little bit. I mean, not like to an abusive degree, but it was just, you know, the cooler kids were kind of having their fun. And I remember one time, this kind of gang of like girls and some of the cool kids, you know, like cornered me in the hallway. And it was like they were trying to tell me to do the whip. They were trying to force me to do the whip. They were like, "Hey, do the whip, like do it."
Oh my god.
They basically stared and like laughed as I did the whip. And the teacher came in and told them to fuck off.
Told
I'll
Stop
always hold
harassing
that
the white
memory.
boy.
the teacher
Oh,
comes
yeah.
in telling you to do the whip.
I always hold that memory of I was like cornered in middle school in the hallway
By
and, like,
women. Oh my god.
intimidated to do the whip.
By women.
That's gonna be something I hold with me for a long time.
Now let me ask this, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep this in, but were you a little turned on?
No, I mean my crush was in that group at the time, but no, I wasn't. Not by doing the whip. You better keep that in.
I will.
Anyways, we got another viewer
No.
question. At
Anti-pussy
Lucia
man.
at Lucia_Chansan, a regular. Any tips for art? Also, your opinions on Art Fight.
Art Fight is dumb. It's
I
a pyramid
haven't
scheme.
joined
Stupid.
that actually. I'm still new to about that.
I have no idea what Art Fight, like what the mechanics are,
I
but
was told it's like an art trade.
I don't know.
I think Art
It's
Fight
like
is
so
a
much
scam.
effort, though. Wasn't Frank like going off about something? I missed it, but apparently he was going off about Art Fight.
He was. He's telling us it's a fucking scam. It's not a game. It's a scam. Someone in like China is like taking all that data to make like an AI bot that makes art and become a fake artist, but they're a robot.
The AI finally an
Like-
AI Twitter artist.
Just like those bots that are like, this person is not real, but art.
Man, I would love. Could you imagine if there was like
This art is not real.
there were two AIs made and put onto Twitter, one encapsulating the entire like quote unquote Newground side of Twitter art community, and the other one is CalArt's side, and they just two separate bots.
It's a
And they
war.
just- yeah. And like you just scan every piece of like that kind of side of the community and then produce, and it's like that would be terrifying.
Oh, CalArts and Newgrounds art
Actually-
styles combined. Nothing's more scary than that.
I can't believe it.
You just reminded me of something. So a while back, like during the Black Lives Movement kind of deal. So me and my friend were like going through, being stupid, being friends. He sent me a picture of these. It's like a infinite. What the fuck is it called? Inflammation art of Black Lives Matter of these women. I was like, what the fuck? And they're in like a diaper too. So I'm like, you want?
Oh,
like in a Sunday.
I kind of think I know what you're talking about. There's a lot of that art that was going around. It's like Zootopia characters.
No.
Like, the George Floyd like Neil thing, which is terrible. But like Judy Hobson, Nick the Fox. Why do people exist? Something just the brain process of some people I'll never
very stupid people
be able to understand.
Just some weirdos out there in the world.
And then they'll like take it down and apologize for it. I remember recently when the whole cake meme was going around, some fucking artist made a meme where it was like George Floyd's face.
I seen that.
And then a knife comes in and he was cake, and it was like they had to delete it and apologize.
Real Stone Toss moment, which I'm going to bring up something Stone Toss related in a minute.
Oh no.
We still got Vera questions.
We should answer Lucy's question. Anyways, any tips for art? Do it. Just keep doing it. Don't worry too much about it. Just keep doing it. Like if you worry too much about what you're drawing and don't post anything, you're just gonna hinder yourself. Like just open the floodgates, my friends.
All right, I'm about to give a real good tip. Back up everything. Get an external hard drive.
Yes. If you don't post it online, make sure it's like saved multiple times. Like I don't know, maybe multiple. Just make sure you have it. 'Cause this shit you don't want to lose.
Yep.
That's important.
Just get an external hard drive that connects through USB.
Yeah.
Guess you're gonna have to look back and be like, oh, I made so much progress.
And
I
even
did
just
something
Yeah.
very stupid by deleting everything I did when I was 13. So now I'm having like a crisis. Like, yo, am I doing better?
That's the thing, though. I hate when people are like, I just kind of deleted everything because I didn't really like it, or like I delete everything when I deleted all my posts art when I was 12. It was like, dude, keep that shit. Not only is that valuable, but it's cool to look back on how you've That's the thing, though. Even just posting it online isn't exactly like enough to keep it all archived, because your account could just get like gone, like up in smoke, immediately.
Like
out of
Google
nowhere.
Plus. That's where my old artwork was archived on Google Plus.
Yeah,
that
that's
fucking nuked itself.
Man, I don't know. Transferring data, uploading arts to like a database or something, like Google Drive, Dropbox, something like that, isn't bad.
Mostly it's DeviantArt for me. I like try to go through my old accounts.
I'm thinking less like posting it and more just having it somewhere in case a device or an account gets terminated, because I don't know how many people are getting banned on Dropbox.
To give my own tips, is to use shit ton of reference. Do not think it's cheating. I'm begging you, please do reference.
I have that problem. I don't use references for any. Whenever I use a reference, it's like, oh man, that was actually really cool. That turned out well. But then I don't do it anyways. God, feet are
it's
the
more like
hardest
trying
things to
to
draw.
get your mind thinking oh, it works like this way, or to improve your ability.
I mean, that's how it is. What's the hardest thing you find to draw? Like just kind of the thing you really don't want to draw because you find it the most difficult. I know hands are a nightmare, but honestly, feet, just
do what I do and make them triangles.
I mean, yeah, even if they're stylized, it's difficult. Like feet and legs, when I was younger, I would always only ever do headshots or torso shots. So I am severely lacking on my leg game and foot game by extension.
You gotta draw those thighs, man.
I remember I was struggling so much drawing one's tits. And when I remember
Really?
back then, It looks like someone just like give you tumors, you start punching them like a punching
You
bag, and
struggling
I was
to-
like, hold up, that's not how the titty
ghosty,
works.
struggling to draw tits? I can't believe it. I thought you just
Back then.
naturally were able to draw tits like all the time. It's impossible.
Well, after having so many tits in your face, it's one way to remember them.
That's fair. What about you, Tyke? Anything stand out as particularly difficult?
Just adding in the head to like the way I draw bodies. The heads are
Do
either
you do
too
the
big.
head first or the body first?
Sometimes I start off with like a really rusty circle,
Okay.
and then I add in the body, and heading in the head. It's like that needs its own layer.
And yeah, I usually. God, what's your guys' starting points? Like some people will start like every drawing from a very specific part of a body, and then grow it out from there. What's your guys' starting points? Because for me, it's like the eyes. I always like start any drawing with the eyes. I mean, yeah, I do a skeleton and stuff too, but like if I ever put in details, I always start with like the head or the eyes,
Well, for me, it's kind of like a mixture between like first doing the body, then the head, then it's now like to the head, then to the body.
I find it so difficult to draw the head and then like the facial features. I should practice that because that could help. Because like another thing I struggle with while drawing is just head shape, satisfying head shape that makes sense. I don't know. Like I have a cartoony style and that's fine, but it's still gotta look good. I want it to exist in a 3D space.
Yes.
Well, it's like you're getting there.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing a good job.
Got another viewer question here. At Skeletoons here. Favorite cartoon?
Ooh.
I think we've mentioned something similar before. I know, Tyke, you've talked about a specific cartoon or two a couple times. I don't know if it's your favorite.
A lot of the DC shows from the 90s are my favorite.
Those are really good.
Yeah, and I like a week or two ago I finished watching Justice League Unlimited.
What'd you think?
Pretty damn good show.
Yeah. I think that's the one I used to watch when I was younger.
Yeah, especially the writers are top notch. Like the writers for like Paul Dini, Dwayne McDuffie, and like who else? Alan Burnett. I think he was a writer or maybe an artist. I don't know, but like the art's so good. Like they feel like films compacted to like 20 minutes.
DC is always, not always made great stuff, but with their TV shows, I mean, I think they usually hit pretty on the money.
Yeah, if only they did that for the movies.
It depends on the movies, I guess, because like Justice League, but Joker, and that counts because it's DC, of course. But
Yeah.
it's so like you can't. It's not like the Marvel Cinematic Universe because they like a lot of the DC properties just kind of do their own thing. Because like the most recent Joker movie definitely doesn't take place in the same universe as Suicide Squad,
Definitely.
Actually, speaking of Suicide Squad, like, did you see the new Harley Quinn cartoon?
Oh yeah,
that
I've
one.
been watching that. Hang on.
What's your opinion?
Oh,
I'll say my opinion because I was watching a bit of it. I haven't finished season 2, but I enjoy it. It's not my
I
favorite.
haven't seen it yet, but it seems really good.
It seems it's in my opinion, it's very fun. It's fun, but don't be prepared to
Oh shit. Hang on.
take it too seriously. It's very wacky, of course,
Yep.
which is fine.
It's definitely one of my favorite animated shows today. Cause I haven't been watching any modern animated shows. I sort of like fell off that in like 2014, 2013. And even so, I didn't even watch it much.
Man, I don't know if I can think of a favorite cartoon. Like, there's a lot of ones that I like, but I guess I never really pinpointed a favorite. I mean, I could go with nostalgia. I could go with just ones I legitimately think are really good. Because, like, Transformers Prime, an old favorite of mine when I was younger. I'm sure it still holds up. I rewatched a bit of it recently, and it was still pretty good.
Oh, a show that I loved watching when it first aired was Young Justice, another DC show.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I
Or
think
Young
I heard
Justice.
about that one.
It got canceled because, like, it didn't catch the right audience.
Mm.
Which was so
Relatable enough.
Which was so fucking bullshit. Because everyone universally
children
loves
in
the
this.
show. It kept both
that's
the
thing.
boys and the girls loved the show.
Well, you know, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I do like Rick and Morty. You know, funny, copy pasta, require
It's been a while
high
since
IQ.
like I got back to Rick and Morty, but the last time I remember was like the wedding, and that's about it.
Oh yeah, that one. What do you say with your cartoons, Ghosty?
I got a couple.
Like what?
Well, the one recently is now it's like my all-time favorite. It's called like the Midnight Gospel.
Oh, the Midnight Gospel. I watched that one.
Yeah, I really like it.
That was so good.
I'm not gonna lie, but I did cry some episodes because they were like hitting close to home for me, like dealing with
I get
death
that.
kind of deal.
Yeah, I get that. It
Or
was definitely
especially
very
like
interesting.
actually funny story. On the one with the Grim Reaper is actually voiced by a YouTuber I really like actually, which was a big surprise.
Really?
She's known as like a mortician actually.
Interesting. Yeah, she was the Grim Reaper character. I thought that like, the Midnight Gospel. Have you heard of it, Tyke, at all? Have you seen it?
No.
It's very interesting. I didn't really get it at first, but then I figured out that it was like basically they just took old podcast episodes that this guy
And
had
just
and basically
animated.
animated as kind of a story over it.
Oh my God,
Which
the
was
last
really interesting.
episode. That was really hard for me.
It was nice. I do like how it wasn't just all weird trippy. They did kind of have a story around it.
It's mostly
Yeah.
like talking about like life, crisis, religion kind of deal.
It was very psychological and psychedelic.
Oh,
I
this.
actually got
That kind of shit.
Someone
Oh, yeah.
told me about this.
hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't have much input on it.
Oh, yeah?
I
Would
really
you
like
send
the
something?
songs there actually. The one that was like the hearse song during like the clown episode.
Yeah. Oh, the clown one was great.
Yeah.
The worms. We got another question here. From Dom. Question: why don't you announce guests beforehand so we can formulate proper questions for the guest? Smiley face. That would be wonderful,
know.
but we don't always know who's going to be on because sometimes someone could dip or we don't know what day we're going to record.
Like this week alone, we asked like what 3 different people.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's been harder to find
Yeah.
guests. We're kind of running our resources for who wants to be on and who we want on. Anyways, like, no offense if we haven't asked you, but we have. I know we kind of dropped our tight requirements on mic quality, but still, got to be able to hear you. Could you have Merp on? He doesn't actually say anything.
We just say he's there, and I have like a screenshot of the VC just to be
Give
like,
him
hey,
a text
he
to
was right
speech
there.
voice. That would suck. I mean, it could be funny, but we do. It'd be interesting to have a repeat guest on, like a second coming, I suppose.
Yeah, like Tuna.
Yeah, because he was the first guest we had. I think that'd be fun to bring him back.
Yeah, maybe he could finally answer that question. Of
What
What
question was that?
question?
who's your favorite artist? And he didn't even get to answer. Just like,
Oh yeah.
that's
I know. I feel like we kind of harp on like, oh, we got to talk about art pod. Like, is it really an art podcast? Like, we just kind of happen to all be artists,
Just talk about stuff.
We're talking about whatever, man. We don't got to pressure ourselves to be like, oh, art. It is kind of what we do, but it doesn't got to be the main thing.
there's only so much you
right.
can talk about doing art.
Rad just updated us with a question. Why?
Why? You just gotta.
Why? Which reminds me of Frank's question at Frank Pepe Art. So, about 13 question marks. What? 3 question marks. Well, Frank, between you and Rad to answer both your questions at the same time, I really don't know.
We just sort of do.
We just do. We just be doing. Oh, I like this question a lot. At Murphy Luan. We're talking about this guy. What are some of your comedic inspirations? That's a really good question, Murph. I like that one. Comedic inspirations.
Oh, hold on.
All right, we'll cut.
Mic.
A lot of cuts this episode.
Damn, I'm gonna be
back.
grinding for
What the hell's
this
going on?
episode.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Beep. Cut back. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, some comedic inspirations. It'll sound stupid to be like, oh, filthy Franco. But I mean, it is like
He truly is an inspiration.
less. I mean, yeah, really, yeah, filthy Frank. I'm sorry to say. And Eric Andre, that sort of stuff. I mean, I don't really have that comedy to me. I don't really express that all the time, but it's influenced me. I enjoy it thoroughly. It's less of I personally don't go around screaming, pretending like
Slurs
just acting like no one
and such.
cares.
Screaming slurs running around in a onesie.
Yeah, like between Eric Andre and Filthy Frank, it's more so that kind of feeling. I've always respected, at least both of them kind of don't give a shit what other people think about. They just kind of do what they want. They kind of have their own fun. Like
Just having more freedom, gonna do.
yeah, they believe in their own truths despite what anyone else thinks of them, which I really respect and something I admire and attempt to apply to myself. I of course don't want to be like a bad person or anything and like, oh, I don't care what you think, but I would just want to be confident in my own
You're doing
life
the way you
and
can.
having
Just, yeah.
fun. Well, thank you. What are you guys' comedic inspirations?
I'm more of a reaction person.
Good question.
Because we're so funny. Like, we've got a Seinfeld, Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
I actually got no idea who those are. Surprisingly enough.
Great. You were officially our most uncultured guest.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. I'm older than all of you.
Yeah. You don't know who Sheldon from Big Bang Theory is. I can't believe it.
No, he's like a very smart nerd.
Yeah. The smartest man alive.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know how much
Say,
you
like
two
Shabinga or something like that.
Shabinga. Shabinga. Hashtag Shabinga.
That's gonna be the title, Shabinga.
Honestly,
Oh,
please.
no.
You better write that down. Shabinga. Just. That's it. Shabinga.
Slap that on a t-shirt. Buy our merch.
That's gonna be some fucking merch
yes.
right there.
Just have a
Man,
mug
blockchain
from, like,
merch.
Shabinga.
Wouldn't that be something?
And then around it, like the inside, says slurs.
No. It's Sheldon from Big Bang Theory does not say Shabinga. It's actually a bazinga.
And he doesn't even say slurs.
It's bazinga. Fucking Shabinga.
I haven't seen this show.
Shabinga. Okay, sorry. I'll move on. At Bryce HEA. What do you think of all the verified accounts staying locked for a bit? I think that's pretty
We just
funny.
talked about
They
this.
get what they fucking deserve.
You what they fucking deserve. Yeah.
It's
we
just-
did talk about that, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's what you get for being verified, dickheads.
That's the thing, like, verification is so sought after, isn't it? That emblem of thing. Even though, like, most people associate the blue check mark with very negative things, like, it's probably one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, it'd be awesome to have, but then you get it and it's like, people don't like you anymore. blue check mark is really it just is an insult. Is like, it's a slur against journalists. Man, I love the journalists. Like, God, I don't understand journalists as a species. Like, they just...
There's nobody journalist with 20 followers verified.
Honestly. But, like, dude, journalists, especially gaming journalists specifically, just... It amazes me how consistently they fail at just everything.
You know, journalists have so much in common with boomers because they
well, we are.
but they're millennials.
That's the thing.
They're just out of touch of reality.
They're transforming. Millennials are now becoming boomers as the Gen Z takes the place of millennials.
Yep, it's time for us to blame the younger folk born after, like, what is it, 2015 for the new generation?
Gen Alpha. Fuck Gen Alpha. If you're a Gen Alpha, you shouldn't be listening to this podcast. Go to bed.
Go back, you alpha fuck.
God, I gotta look up Gen Alpha years.
Is the next one going to be Gen Beta? Because that's going to be so funny to call them betas.
Gen Beta. Like, Gen Alpha is from 2010 to 2025, roughly. So the oldest someone a Gen Alpha could be now is like 10 years old. So
fuck you, Alpha.
tiny little preschoolers, little babies. You know, what are you in kindergarten?
Take your sippies and leave.
Yeah. I remember for a little while back in before 10, or I don't know, maybe it was like 2011. Some people call Gen Z iGen, which I think sounds pretty cool, but it's a bit outdated. Like, back when the iPhone and whatnot is like, it's like the crazy thing, man. It's like, iPhone, dude.
Any of you remember the Flipnote video? I got no iPhone.
I got no iPhone. Oh, that shit was the best. You guys have Flipnote?
I saw Flipnotes growing up, but like, I didn't know what it was. That was like a weird style.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just poor as shit. I wasn't able to be access to that stuff.
Damn, was that the only one with a genuine Nintendo DS as a child?
I had DS, like just about every DS system up until the 3DS.
Well, then those are the ones that had Flipnote on them.
Yeah, and I only used my DS to play video games. I didn't animation wasn't even a passion when I was fucking 7.
You kidding me? You could have been preparing to become a Twitter artist this whole time, but you just didn't. What the hell, bro?
I have so many opportunities to do things, but I just don't. I just don't want to do them.
I think that's most humans. Or Twitter artists, you know.
I could have theoretically declined to co-host this podcast, but I'm doing it anyways.
Tyc really doesn't want to be here. He's putting so much effort into editing and being on time that he's just all ploy. He just wants to look good in front of an audience.
Right now, even being in this podcast, it feels like I'm talking to
I'm going to disappear as soon as you get the first YouTube paycheck.
Not even gonna split it. Just you take it and you run.
Take the money and run.
Yeah, about 36 cents in ad revenue.
Run, you maple bitch, run!
I'm running.
Hard to run and all that.
I'm gonna be hiding in Calgary. You'll never find me there.
Oh God.
Well, no, you just announced it live on the podcast. I can't. Man.
It's okay. We'll
I
try
nowhere
to
to
hide
go.
it with rednecks. It's okay.
I remember the game theory fucking video, or like film theory, one of them, where it was like, What's the best place to hide during a zombie apocalypse? And what was the game theory? It was, probably.
I think it was
And they
game
were
theory.
they were like, in Canada. You know? Because, like, apparently insects, certain parts, it's too cold for them.
Yep.
And other things, like...
Plus,
isolate
Canada's
yourself
like
in-
90% nature.
But I love the
Oh,
idea that if a zombie apocalypse actually did happen and everyone referred to Matt Pat's video, everyone would go to that location. So it
Go
would
to
just...
Canada.
Everyone goes to Canada.
And then staying where you are would be safer.
Man, it would be nice to have those gun laws again, Trudeau.
Oh yeah, a zombie apocalypse happens. You don't have any guns to defend yourself.
No, we're like, if a zombie apocalypse happens, we're screwed.
Yeah, that's why we keep guns in America. It's not to defend ourselves from intruders or whatnot. It's not my rights.
To
It's for
prepare
zombies.
for zombies.
Yeah. If America, outlawed guns, doomsday preppers just complete out of business.
Yep, you're screwed without
And it's-
guns. You just
that's
have
profession, isn't it?
freedom.
To like prep for doomsdays, like catastrophic, cataclysmic events. You know? It's like, is this a job? I know there was a show. Can you hire a sort of like apocalypse planner?
That would be
Oh, wow.
really funny if someone like Jimmy Kimmel hired that. Someone preparing for the end of the world.
Jimmy Kimmel.
And his like business is completely unrelated to like the world ending. It's just for his own concern.
We're gonna get Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron. What did I say? Jimmy Kimmel. I'm tired.
Fictional
No, that's a
character
different white
Jimmy
person. We were
Neutron.
talking about the one.
I meant to say Jimmy Kimmel.
Get Jimmy Kimmel on the podcast, and we'll make fun of
yeah.
him with our Gen Z-ness and like him in his like I don't know
Yeah.
50s. How old is he?
No, he wouldn't come on our podcast. He'd have us on his show.
Oh yeah, and then he'd make fun of us.
Yeah, no, Ellen would make fun of us. So I hear
Okay,
you're in a
that's gonna be the joke in here.
podcast. What's this podcast? What do you do? What is that? What-
We eat pussy live on the podcast.
Well, goddamn. And then we're kicked off stage. At least we couldn't. What would it fucking take? Like, it's beyond getting ink plasm. That's beyond getting a certain someone on. That's just us being on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Then we call them cunts live on TV.
Yeah.
I want that to happen, like an obscure nobody getting onto Jimmy Kimmel and just making fun of him.
We we come on, but we're to Hollywood. We're allowed to bring one friend, and we at Ink Plasm, like, hey, like DM him.
No, we bring Frank.
I would bring Frank. I'd love to bring Frank.
Frank on Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, do we need to bring? Isn't it like already in LA? Like, do we need to bring him? You can just like drive there.
Yeah, he can.
Just drive to his house. We're like, okay.
San Diego to LA is, I don't know how far that is.
It's closer than us.
Yeah, you can just meet us. Yeah, we don't need to bring him. We could bring.
Just tell him to call an Uber.
Yeah. We'll bring the Uber driver.
We'll have sex with the
That's
Uber
the thing,
driver.
though. Like, there's always those things where it's like, hey, win a trip to
What's he
like
sound
win a
like Trump?
lunch. There's so many like win a lunch with this guy, and it's like, great. Hi, Ellen. I'm eating lunch with you. Okay, that's over now. I get.
Have lunch with Donald Trump and bring McDonald's to the White House.
I fucking that reminds me of the image of Barron Trump with the shirt, like the expert.
I've always said this about this image, but he looks photoshopped in. Like, that's not a real picture.
Which image?
Of Baron Trump wearing the expert t-shirt.
Honestly, though,
He looks
The
Yeah, that's
expert.
reminded me. Back to like blackface Trudeau. I just realized, wasn't he trying to be the genie from Aladdin?
Who?
Trudeau, the
yeah.
prime minister.
When he did
Blackface
like the
himself.
blackface.
He did it on
Maybe.
multiple occasions.
I don't
Apparently.
remember. I have a haunting suspicion I may have heard of something like that, but I don't know.
This was
It's probably a Canadian thing. Prime ministers and whatnot. I don't know what that is. Never heard of that.
He's basically a dictator. Once you really think about it.
Wow. I can't believe it. That's the thing.
Just a twink as her like prime minister. Damn.
I know how you guys have talked a lot about how Canada is actually a shit place.
Oh yeah.
Kind of is.
Per your own
It
words.
is.
We have less rights than you.
I have a friend who's like, at every opportunity, he always says like, man, I wish I could just move to Canada. Like Canada, like, it'd be great to go to Canada. It's like I tell him, I was like, I like nearly every single Canadian friend I have says it's terrible there, and then he doesn't fucking like believe me. It's like,
Dude,
White
wait until he
boy's been
hears about
brainwashed.
fucking gas prices.
yeah.
Oh God, no.
Also, I saw this shirt at a thrift store like a few weeks back. It's it's Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau Stan shirt. Damn.
This man, he lives through memes, and it's like, if a meme says that Canada's like epic awesome, he's like, man, want to move there. It's like, you probably don't. You probably don't.
No, you wouldn't like the nature, the cold weather, the less rights. Here's the funny thing, like
I have a couple
seeing-
friends that are like, oh, Canada, yeah.
Seeing how like Americans are so fucking self-destructive and insecure about being American, and at the same time
yeah.
being so prideful about being American, like the
Well, like, it
same day,
depends. The same people, or just like Americans in general?
just in general.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you get a large pool of people. There's, of course, there's the I'll die for my country, and then there's like, I want America to fucking burn, and then there's also like the Americans just kind of like, man, I just want to
Just wanna
live,
grill.
man. I just want to grill, for God's sake. Everyone's always like, eat the rich, you know, whatever is opposite of that.
Yeah,
I
eat
just
the
wanna
rich
grill,
and
for
another
God's
one will
sake.
grow.
Yeah, like a Hydra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that reminds me.
Infinite food, never go
This
hungry.
one dude I know back then. He was friendly in a way, but he always keep calling me his Canadian girlfriend when he's from like Australia.
Bro.
Does he have an Australian girlfriend?
No, no, thank you. That's the one who took a picture of him like taking the shit to me when I first met him. So that was really new. I remember I was like talking with him. He's like, "Oh, hi," you know, just being really friendly.
Australians, right?
And off the bat,
Australian.
he's like T-pose, like not T-pose, like fucking like peace signing me while just like going, like taking a shit. I was like, okay. Oh, did that help? Because I actually remember a family member died and I was grieving.
Oh no!
So I was like,
No.
so I'm like, this is a cherry on top.
Was it funny, or did you not like it?
Okay, imagine this. Imagine like some random dude or girl, oh, anyone, you know, goes in your DM. You just met them. You're trying to be like friendly, you know, be a friend.
Yeah.
And they take a picture of you either taking a shit to you and starts like, oh, I really like you. I'm just gonna send like a picture of you of my massive
What the
shit.
fuck?
Great.
Yeah. That's
It's
not,
like,
it wouldn't be as weird as seeing Thanos' cock getting DM'd again.
Thanos cock. It reminds me of, guys, whatever you do, do not look up FortniteBurger.net on Google.com. Don't do it. That reminds me, I think I've mentioned before where in previous episodes there was this guy, I think he blocked me now, on Twitter, I guess an old friend of mine, where he would constantly tweet like stuff like, guys, do not look in the replies of this. Do not. It is bad. And it would be like genuinely bad things. And everyone would be like, why the fuck would you tell us not to do it? We're gonna look at it. And he's like, then we get all defensive and like private his account. And it's like, dude,
it should be a rule to like tell people, do not do this, but they'll do it anyways.
That's the thing. Rule? Like, he wasn't even doing it as a joke. He was like being serious. He was like, that's just so fucking silly to me. Like, it's one thing to do it as a joke, but if you're legitimately trying to like warn people, like make sure people don't come across this, don't
share it.
Don't A, expose it to them, and B, tell them not to do it, because they're gonna fucking look. They're gonna fucking look.
They're gonna fucking look. Gonna fucking look.
Fucking look. So we remix that.
Please, someone on the internet with music ability.
We need fan content for the blockchain podcast. We got blockchain fan art, haven't we? Before.
Yeah, from Demon.
Yeah, Demon, and then there was Skeletoons. Like Skeletoons did some. Yeah, we've got some stuff. It's fun. Who knows? Maybe merch someday, huh?
That would be funny.
Yeah, it'd be very funny. What kind of merch do you think we would plow
Maybe
out?
Actual chains?
Posters?
I don't want to do just like the logo on a shirt or something. I'd want to make a more custom design.
Have some blockchain stickers, put them on everything.
Yeah. I mean, that could be fun. Little stickers of our little faces, huh?
Some Velpoggers merch.
Velpog. That's a... You add that? You consider that among one of the many cursed Vels you've concocted on your time knowing me? This man, Tyc, he's relentless with his drawings of just curse to me. And it's...
Oh, hold on. Hello.
I've done my friends' characters cursed many times.
Yeah.
Like making Sebo a female. Look who's laughing now.
What are you talking about? You came on my DMs like drawing me saying booby.
Yeah.
Freaking! I remember I was talking to Sebo earlier. Like, he's got this dude in his Twitter replies, or I think Seb tweeted earlier. It's like something like, I left my room like with my door open and like X videos was on like his screen or something, and in the replies there's this guy that I have the screenshot. He replied, "Okay, you need help," and also secondary replied, "Now what you do is grab the closest bottle of Jergens and pull down that fanboy skirt and beat off like there's no tomorrow." 5 exclamation points. This man is wildin'. He's going crazy.
It's horny on me, it's the usual.
Oh yeah, I forgot. God, it's stuff at the very end, but at Joe__draw has had a question, so I just completely forgot about that one. Thoughts on the Nerd Spectrum podcast? Didn't watch it yet.
Gotta be honest.
Sorry.
I gotta be honest, and Joe, this is nothing against you. As soon as you said Crash Bandicoot, I stopped listening.
Oh my god.
No.
I'll get around to it. Eventually.
I haven't had the time to listen to it. I've been playing Witcher 3 too much.
I'm already caught up listening between like 2-3 podcasts.
Which ones?
Ooh, Dumping with Scrump, very political.
The blockchain podcast.
I've not listened to a single episode of our own podcast.
Yeah.
And then Luke and Lewis, 2 Australian comedians.
Wow, cool.
Ooh.
One is very tall, and the other's just very white. That's just saying the least.
The ingredients to make Bell, basically.
Yeah. White and tall. You now have electric. Congratulations.
I'm not very white. If you've noticed
You
from
know.
the thumbnails, I'm slowly becoming less and less white.
Yeah, he's just kind of been in the slow cooker this whole time, kind of crisping him up.
That's just good old Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting
is
the
what
white
being
out
Can-
of me after being whitewashed.
This is what being Canadian does to you.
Just living, like, losing more privilege as the days go by.
That's bad. That's, I mean, yeah. That's a shame. There's not really anywhere in the world you can just move to and like everything's magically okay. Everything's
Well,
great
it's just-
and dandy.
Well, there's gotta be a balance, like, good and bad throughout the world, you know?
Yeah.
Like, anywhere else,
That's-
it seems good. It can be good for some people, but
Yeah.
it's not really good
That's
for
why
some.
I don't fret about it too much. I'm really like, oh, terrible. This place is terrible. Because I mean, like, yeah, it's not perfect, but God, like, I just have other things to worry about, man. You know,
It's better than being
own life.
better than being a commie.
Yeah, better than a communist.
Oh, communists! Oh, shit!
Capitalist gang.
Now, socialists, on the other hand,
I don't even know what, like, the basis of capitalism and socialism. I'm sure if I asked the right person, they'd give me a lengthy answer, but
there's a very big difference between socialists and capitalists,
Yeah.
but very little difference
sure.
between socialists and communists.
yeah, it gives me the gist of it.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we've been going for a bit over an hour now. Any closing thoughts, lads?
Get excited for the
Yeah.
blockchain live.
Yeah, it'd probably happen after this, potentially. It's a thing we might try and do.
Maybe like right now while you're listening.
Maybe. We'll see. Ghosty, any closing thoughts that you want to say to the audience before you...
I
Head
do.
out.
But right now my brain's like, smegma and shabinga.
Smegma and shabinga.
I don't think we even asked you about yourself too much in the
Well,
podcast.
Whatever.
You know,
We have
just
a
a ghost.
bucket list.
I'm
You're a
just
great
pretending
guest.
to be white, you know.
That's how it is on this bitch of an earth. Pretend to be white or do not be.
It's like, damn.
But yeah.
The whiter you
Thank you
are,
so
the
much.
more successful
You
you'll
just
be.
gotta go to, like, Barbie.com. Make your white people sona.
White soda.
Cracker Sona.
And just, actually, funny story about that real quick. My friend from this summer, the white lady, she's like, I found your cracker sona. I was like, oh my god, I'm traumatized. Same deal.
Oh my god. Anyways, thank you everyone for listening to the Blockchain Podcast. Go
It's
see
great
your
to be
at
here.
again is...
It's Ghost Clementine.
Yes. Follow.
I don't do
Follow her.
much art, but I'm trying to get out there.
Yeah, still lovely, lovely person. Yeah. So you guys, thank you for tuning in.
See
Catch
ya.
ya on the next one. Shabinga!